And welcome back, Global Speedrun aficionados, to our final match of the evening, another 70-star Division 1 race, this time between toastrider91 and Heisenburger. Now, both of these runners are ready to go for this race to close out the night, and I'm here on commentary with Cartoon Buffoon, aka Crouton. How are you doing?
I am doing just fabulous. This is hopefully going to be a lot closer race than the last one. This is my first time doing back-to-back races, but I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, fortunately, there's not much you can do against a 48-22 if you're Ouija. I mean, even though Ouija's a great player, he has a 48-26, 9th place on the leaderboard, like, that's the kind of time that only a couple people, like I would say like Cheese, D, and Punk A, that's about it. You know, no one else is going to be able to pull that kind of time off in a race. Maybe Toast. But we'll have to see. Toast Rider has a chance to get a 48 or 49. Definitely capable. Heisenburger, a bit of the underdog today. So it's kind of up to if Toast Rider can play close to his potential. Because if not, Heisenberg is definitely capable of taking it.
It's all a matter of who plays more consistent. We saw with the last race, basically Puncation not making any of worth mistakes, but not every player is like Punke. Sometimes players, it's just not their day. So even a good player can fall short. It's just the that's just how these races go. So interested in seeing what happens today with this one. We seem to be having a little bit of
right off the bat,
timer issue on Toast Rider's side.
Yeah. Toast Rider, I think these colors are even more saturated than the iconic Zai colors. Toast Rider with a double jump, lack to skip. I don't think that was a flex, I think that was unintentional. But he was so close to the fence, he's like, I can't long jump, I have to single jump. And I can't believe that worked. But here we are.
That's crazy.
Toast Rider, you know, using the advantage of massively saturated, disgusting colors to be a god gamer.
Oh my goodness, I was not even gonna mention that, but what is with the quality of the video? Goodness.
Toast Rider nailing a pretty fast bomb clip. You know, Toast is the kind of guy who, you know, if you just like are kind of a passive Discord user, you'll think that, you know, he's might be like a bit, I don't know, like he'll be like a bit, I don't know, like I don't even say it, like, you know, he's a bit tough on players, you know, like he should do this better, this is faster, or like it might seem like a bit like insulting, but no, he just wants people to be good at the game. He's actually just really good at everything. What, Toast Rider, why is he going for the Bomb King? This is a big mistake. Cutting out of my horribly thought out rant, or not even a rant. But yeah, Toast Rider kind of sitting there giving something else to talk about.
What is going on?
Getting squashed under the Womp's bottom block surface.
I was about to point out, he went for Womp's 8. He didn't even do the slide first, which was the second to the optimal castle movement. But then,
yeah,
Womp first. You never see that because when the tower spawns from star 2 and on, it just adds lag to the level. I can't imagine why you wanted to do that.
is gonna get so much lag on Owlist, so much lag on everything else, unless he actually menus over to Womp's block, which I think he did. Or no, he's just getting top of the fortress now. So he's got the menu twice for every star. I don't know why you would do that. That's kind of weird. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see what Toast Rider does. Is he gonna menu? Yeah. So we're gonna be losing a bit of time on every star because of that decision making.
Yeah, and maybe it was just an accident. Maybe out of habit, he just wanted to go for big Womp. I just can't see any reason why you'd want to do that. It had to have been some sort of weird, silly mental error.
Or a movie.
Or maybe he's watching another movie. I didn't see his first race. I don't know if that controversy's still going on from the 70-star tournament, but
I'm pretty sure it's just a meme, but I think like he did have TV playing in the background in a couple races, and one time he was kind of like watching the movie quite a bit. And then
I
he
was there
lost,
for the
and he was
first
like,
time.
"Oh yeah, I wasn't."
Yeah, I was there when he was watching. He was watching. I think it was Infinity War. During one of
Yeah,
his
that
races.
sounds right.
I don't know how that's been playing since that race because I haven't commentated any of the others, but maybe it could be impacting his gameplay if he's letting it happen again.
Heisenberger making good progress on his Worms 100 now, but didn't miss a red, so good backup to collect the coins.
It's going to cost him a couple of seconds, but nothing too major.
Yeah, I just hope, you know, Toast can manage to get through Womps here. Very sketchy, going for the ledge grab instead of for Canalist. I think he's kind of in a poor mental state, maybe a bit rattled by that first mistake. When do you ever see the pink bomb up? Maybe he didn't select star 1. I don't even know. This is so weird.
I think Toast was a little bit too far to the right on the ledge grab, so his angle for Canalist was a bit off.
Yeah, probably.
It's a very precise
I don't really
star.
like the... ledge grab should be good, but, you know, with those colors, you can't really tell anything. And he's got it. Heisenberger, meanwhile, you know, doing Womp King about 3 minutes later, but he's actually about tied.
Oh, Tama82 in the chat, refreshing my memory. I believe it was Black Panther that he was watching the first time. I'm not certain, but that does sound right.
I actually thought it was Infinity War. It was a Marvel movie, but Tama might be right.
I think it was Black Panther.
But...
We'll have to ask Heisen in the not Heisen. We'll have to ask Toast in the post-race interview.
Heisenberger's just watching Breaking Bad at the same time, so good TV all around. Toastrider coming up for the second slide, and we'll actually kind of see how synced they are. Heisenberger getting shooting to the wild blue after the Womp King. Just completely ridiculous star order that, and a save and quit. There's no explanation for what I'm witnessing right now.
This is pure chaos from both runners, and some really interesting mistakes happening early on. You see some red splits on Toast's end, so he is definitely behind his personal best.
We're kind of just waiting to see if things will actually stabilize at some point in the game. Heisenberger failing his triple jump to get top of the fortress. Yeah, this whole race has just been kind of chaos. And maybe we'll see some order restored with Wingcap, Dark World, the rest of the lobby. I can only hope.
Maybe we'll see some tornado codes going off soon. If this is chaos.
True.
No lag reduction from Toastrider there.
Heisenberg with the second side, I'm going to say 12-9. I can't even see. What?
So we're seeing some silly mistakes from both runners, but I think Heisen's have just been more time costly so far, like the save and quit especially.
Mr. Red.
But just a lot of mistakes from both players here. Very unclean, but still not the end of the world. Still pretty close, pretty competitive early on.
Simply coming in chat, Toast when he's not watching a movie, simp and Toast when he's watching a movie, simp up. You know. I think it might be the opposite, but I can appreciate the meme.
I mean, I don't know, maybe the movie helps him with the nerves or something. Maybe it helps distract him. Like, maybe the distractions can get too much, but maybe the right balance of movie to game could help. I mean, I personally prefer listening to music while I do runs. It definitely helps me, you know, get my mind off the pressure. But you just don't want to get too distracted with
yeah, sure.
You know. What's going on?
Yeah, it's not the most... Well, I mean, kind of depends. I don't really want to listen to music. Yeah, let's focus on Toastrider here. He might be able to get Chig still, but it's going to be tight.
Heisen,
Going
meanwhile,
for a really
taking
risky jump kick. And barely getting Chig. Really risking it all for the biscuit, but... You know, bread acquired. Heisenburger a little
Good
bit
backup.
behind Toast.
He got burnt at the start, but he still made the cycle with good backup.
Yeah, but only barely. Heisenberg going for Poverty Shig. Looks like he might be able to have a cleaner Dark World than Toast.
Oh, and a dive!
Oh no! Bad angle, too much speed, not getting a kick. That is a massive time loss, and one of the first Dark World deaths I've seen in the entirety of this league play so far.
Yeah, that's one of those.
Really going to be struggling now.
That's one of those types of Division 2 cartoon buffoon mistakes, not Division 1. That is something you don't see too often here.
Heisen did actually die trying to do bomb clip, so you know, D1 mistakes can be like D5 mistakes. Heisenberger not able to get Poverty Shig on the second try, a bit late to the cheese block. And let's see if he'll actually get a good ending this time. A bit risky to go for a kick again. I would have just held A on the single jump. He would have been fine. Toastrider on in the meantime, going up to the sky jump. And I think Toast has kind of gotten away with it a little bit. He's had some sketchy moments already in this run. And now we're going to see him enter CCM, so maybe things settling down a little bit, but Heisenberger really far behind. Toast is going to have to make some mistakes.
Yeah, it looks like things have been settling down these past couple of minutes for Toast. Heisen hopefully can get the same thing going, but you never really know. The way this race has been going, it honestly could flip like 5 more times. It's just hard to say right now.
Toast could go for double plus and sound glitch or something. You never know.
We've seen that one time.
Yeah, Commentator just kind of going for the most outlandish possibilities. But anything can happen in this game. That's why it's such a challenging speedrun, but also a fun one to watch. Like 30 seconds, even a minute is not that much. Toast unable to grab little Hoko here, just gonna go for subsiding away. So he is actually declaring a CCM 18. So no double plus. Hold up here. Oh, never mind.
Alright, and then we see Toastrider with a sizable 2-star lead in Google Mountain. Heisen's got a lot of ground to make up. But it is still very early on. There's a lot that can happen.
Yeah, we've got like 35, almost 40 minutes left, depending on how well they do.
35 from now would be
even...
insane. I don't know if we're gonna get to that point.
Yeah.
Especially with the start
I highly doubtful. More like 40, but you know, something like 38 minutes. So Heisenberger grabbing, Little Penguin lost, Toastrider going for CCM 100 coin, and I think Heisenberger's also doing CCM 18, but we'll have to see. Nope. Okay. 17 come out for Heisenberger. Big old route difference coming in. And we're not going to see him converge for a while unless he does go for double plus, but that would be really weird.
I mean, I don't know if he has the stream open, but if he does, he definitely knows he's behind by a lot, so I wonder if he's the type of runner that would pull out all stops to try and catch up.
Yeah, that's true. I think Heisenberg is definitely more consistent-minded, but I wouldn't rule it out. toastrider, penguin pretty hot on his tail. Sometimes the penguin is a bit closer than other times.
Yeah, it's all a matter of rubber banding. It's hard to gauge sometimes for speed to get in the right spots.
So with that, toastrider is wrapped up with Cool Mountain. Gonna head into BBH. Your Heisenburger still needs what? Wall kicks will work maybe, and then he'll be joining toastrider in BBH.
Yeah, we've really seen Cool Mountain really cool off the craziness of this run. Both players settling down sizably in this level.
Yeah. Oh, Heisenburger with a ledge grab could have been a lot worse, but you know, didn't fall any further down. You know, reports in the chat that we're actually watching Counter-Strike. Commentator. I actually was watching. There was like a final going on for E-League. I was watching that like right before this. toastrider all done. Wait, no, he's got one more star. So Heisenburger entering in. So like, Heisenburger's actually 2 stars behind.
Toast having a trouble killing.
Not able to. Yeah, bad slider coming out from Toast. So both of them going for Big Boo's balcony right now.
Yeah, on the
Long
surface,
jump kill.
On the surface, it may look like Heisen's ahead right now, but he's still got another star in Big Boo's haunt, and then another star in some other level to make up.
Yeah.
Toast still with a sizable lead for now.
Yeah, Toast Run has been kind of weird, but he hasn't made that many mistakes.
It seems like the mistakes Toast is making are just like really, really subtle, small mistakes. Like they're not gonna like get him a ton of time loss, but he's been making a lot of them throughout. Whereas Heisen's been making mistakes that lose significant amount of time. I think honestly this would be a lot closer if not for the death that Heisen had in Bowser.
Oh, yeah. And the same. Oh my goodness, he's rolled out over the bunny, and it's gonna have to leave him for later. Would you believe it? That's a clip if I've ever seen one. Someone.
Oh, for medium bomb.
Yeah, medium bomb plus. Can't even get it. Oh, gotta avoid that top of the pyramid star.
Oh,
toastrider
really close.
Able to get it. Heisenberger's showing how a punch grab is done. You know, toastrider might want to look over, enjoy those normal colors, and yeah, take some hints. Let's see if Heisenburger can get plus, because he could save quite a bit of time. Medium bomb plus is really, really slow. You couldn't see how much time toastrider had to set up on the pyramid to get the ground pound inside.
He's got the big bomb.
Okay, Heisenberg going. Yep, going for kind of the easy method.
Ooh, sliding on the fence a little bit.
Clipping the fence. Tama getting blessed with a lot of sliders today. And now we're going to see both runners try to wrap up whatever's left. Yeah, I don't think Heisenberger's going to try a second plus. Interesting. Wait, no, Heisenberg just got talents. Never mind.
So it's looking like we'll probably see, I'm guessing Toxic Maze, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what route Heisen goes for.
Yeah, it'll be like Toxic Maze and SL Reds, or something like that. No, Heisenberger did not get Talons, so kind of weird that you would do Pyramid before Talons. Kind of interesting.
I wonder if that's for the continue not save strat. I haven't paid attention if he's going for that or not. I know I do that order because of it. Yeah, because Talons is star 1, so to just hold left, you'd get the other stars before star 1, so you don't scroll on the star menu.
Yeah, this whole race has been a bit all over the place. But Heisenburger, you know, like, it's just been two massive mistakes, a save and quit and a death in Dark World. And toastrider, one big mistake in missing MIPS and hilariously rolling out into SSL. But other
It's
than
not
that, not too
honestly.
bad.
It's not that bad of a mistake because he can catch him on his way to Dire
Yeah.
Dogs. So it's not gonna kill that much time. But definitely some room for Heisen to catch up.
Alright, so toastrider gonna be... Let's see what star he's gonna go for. You know, he hasn't done any of the volcano stars yet. He's probably gonna save them for last. Alright, it's gonna be bullies. Heisenburger going for the volcano here. Now, lava boost, we've seen a lot of spills, even at the top. Okay, starting with elevator. Not sure if I agree with that decision. That means if you fail lava boost, you can't use elevator as a backup, but he's not even gonna get the chance. 6-9 coming out, stopping the table. Not even gonna let Heisenburger get the chance to finish that star. He's dead for the second time in the run, and it's maybe not as bad as Dark World death, but pretty bad. Pretty sloppy second try, you know, not the best. toastrider definitely a bit more optimal on stars like these. Going for lava boost though. Oh, trying the Akira boost, but he's got a really bad... Well, he'll burst up against the stone, which really messes up the burn you want. So he's gonna go for elevator here.
Missing.
Oh no, not getting himself, but barely able to kick back onto the platform and save it. You know, sometimes you just get lucky. I think that was a bit lucky. Oh,
Heisenburger one too many bounces. That's another death in the
hitting
volcano.
the lava, and it was like a flamethrower on his booty. And that health went from 8 to 0 real quick. And also triple jump lava boost, not that fast either. I thought he was gonna fall again. When you're so high up, I'm like, where are you gonna land, Mario? toastrider also saving some time on his lava boost. And I think Heisenburger, just being a 120 runner, not having that much lava boost practice is really getting hurt.
That very well could be.
Okay. toastrider gonna have to go catch Mips down in like the safety spot. I thought Mips was gonna get around for a second. He had to like snag with the right hand as Mips ran by. So Heisenburger falling even farther behind in Lethal Lava Land. Gonna need some stellar gameplay to catch up.
He's gonna need whatever Toast is watching. He's gonna need whatever Toast is watching to get real interesting.
If you were to watch a movie to play as bad as possible, what movie would that be?
To play as bad as possible? So, probably as good of a movie as you can get.
Yeah. Or like as disorienting.
That's a tough call. I mean, I'd say one of the favorites is probably Deadpool, but I feel like I could still play with that going on. What's like a movie that just like looks disorienting? I can't think of many off the brain.
I mean, there's plenty of movies with like disorienting scenes, but as a whole, like I don't think any movie aims to be that way because it's kind of bad for the audience, you know. Like no one wants to sit through a movie that's all like a blaring drug trip or something. But there's probably some out there. Chat, come at us with your personal picks, like most disorienting movies or something along those lines. Heisenburger going for Toxic Maze and Toast going for Sub. You know, his HMC just kind of chugging along here. Maybe can pick up a bit after LLL. I think if I was watching like Forrest Gump or something where there's just so many like iconic scenes, I'd have to like, you know, at least lend an ear to them, and I'd be not focused at all.
I can honestly say I've never actually seen that movie.
Dude, I was talking to Electric, and he'd never seen The Dark Knight. Have you seen Dark Knight?
I've seen The Dark Knight. It's been years. Like I saw it in theaters, but back then I was a young lad, so I don't remember much of it.
It's true. It's on Netflix right now. I watched it like 2 weeks ago. I've probably seen it about 5 times though. It's such an excellent movie. But yeah, that's crazy. But the Omad coming out with Snatch, Inception, Interstellar. A bit of a Christopher Nolan fan. Can't say I blame you. Honestly, that's a pretty good resume of movies he's got. Gotta love Inception, one of my all-time favorites. Interstellar, I mean, I would say possibly even better. I'd say like the first act of Interstellar is just so good. Like the way they portrayed like Earth at that point in time is just ridiculous. I think like my mom was like tearing up because like there's so many things where like as a parent that's got to be so emotional. It was kind of funny, but yeah, Toast Rider in Fire Sea. Kind of want to get back to the action, going on a pretty long tangent. Hot filling time in DDD, but Toast Rider, you know, chugging away at this lava boost, full focus right now. Not going for the kind of roll over the 7th red, but he's got the cycle nonetheless and gonna be wrapping up this Fire Sea. He's got actually wall kick again. Yeah, a couple seconds time loss.
But still really clean.
Toast Rider
cycle, good ending, and everything. Whatever he's
not giving
watching must be really uninteresting right now because he's playing pretty well this past little while.
Yeah. Let's see, let me go through these movies in chat. See, Paul Blart Mall Cop. That's a pretty disorienting movie, probably, or at least kind of. It'd be hard to have that in the background.
I like Tama's Deadpool 2. Like, I think you could play with Deadpool 1, but Deadpool 2, that would definitely be tougher. Just be
all 3 stories and yeah, all 3 Toy Stories in one sitting coming out of Tama.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even remember what was in Toy Story 1 or 2 because, like, kind of like you said with The Dark Knight, they were just so long ago. But I'm pretty sure I have seen them both.
Soon to be all 4. That's right. They're making
Event
4.
Horizon. Yeah. Dakota. Go watch Event Horizon if you want something trippy and distracting. Fair enough. Hitch with Will Smith. Interstellar. Alita Battle Angel. That kind of looks. I don't know about that one. I guess there's a lol attached, so probably a bit of a meme reply. Toast Rider in which I World 100. Heisenburger DDD, so a bit more water coming at you. You know, water, then fire, then more water. It's kind of how 70 Star runs. So, pretty decent start to this 100 coin. Collecting the secrets in the boxes. Ooh, interesting camera angle here. Might be reducing lag. I think it does. Firstly, off of the wall to get a lot of speed coming out of that ledge grab skip. Toast Rider actually flying through this middle section. Really good side flips as well. That's not easy. You need a pretty precise movement to get a nice side flip off of the box and then do it again right under the coin box.
Tama with the age reveal. He's apparently 10 right now. I think that is a little bit too young to Twitch. We may have to report him to Twitch staff. He may be banned. But yeah, had to mute my mic for a few seconds there. I received word from the parental figures that I do not have school tomorrow. So that is some pretty amazing news. The weather in Minnesota is really cold right now.
Penny was saying it's gonna be like -40 or something like that.
I heard -60 with the wind chill on Wednesday.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's something. This week is gonna be interesting.
On Wednesday?
We've been very warm up until this past like 2 weeks.
Yeah, Penny was telling me about the Minnesota weather. Like I'd consider like anything below 0 pretty cold, but you're like, It's whatever. It's not till it's like -20 that you're actually like, oh, that's cold.
Yeah, you kind of just get used to it. Like, I've heard people in Canada say that, like, what I have right now is like nothing, so it's a matter of perspective, I guess.
Yeah.
Heisenberger in Fire Sea right now. We'll see if he can match Toast's fast cycle, maybe even make up a couple of seconds.
Oh, but brushing against the cage here, that's really bad. Should have turned the camera again before jumping off of the pole, but might be able to still make the cycle if he's really fast. 4th red coin.
Forward side
that
flip.
Side
Ooh.
flip. You know, I thought he had a chance, but you know, he got pretty far.
And a bonk.
But
at this point, it doesn't really
as-
matter because he wasn't going to make the cycle anyway.
Yeah. In the end, as they say.
It's just not gonna feel good. He's already behind and he's losing even more time. Yeah, some frustrating camera clicking. Just letting that frustration out.
In the meantime, Toastrider just pulled out some nice triple jump wall kicks in my dry world. I don't know, Tama just seems like another Toastrider kind of person. Like, the way he talks is very similar to how Toastrider talks.
I can't say I've heard Toastrider talk all that much, so I guess I can't see it. But maybe that's just me
He's
not being as involved with you.
Like, pretty soft spoken and just kind of, you know, a bit memey. Doesn't really say anything like too out there. I don't know. Says I love Benny.
Having a lot of
like
trouble
Tama.
with secrets here.
Yeah, he's gotta be careful on this slide down the mountain. Yeah, definitely taking how to set this up.
I think he forgot which direction it was.
Turn around,
he forgot which direction it was.
Tama, I'm toast. You know, commentator might have cursed it, or maybe he just has 200 IQ and reads the future.
Toastrider which direction to go. Commentating, forgetting which runner it is. There's just nothing going well right now.
Well, there we go.
This is definitely Heisen's chance to make up a lot of ground.
Eventually getting that secret star. I think it's serious. He went the exact opposite way. It wasn't even like the face to the left. He's like, I'm gonna go the opposite way. Like the little beach area, you know? Like, that's where he landed.
Like, he spent a good amount of time looking around too, like, and still couldn't find it. So I don't know what's going on. I think the movie's finally getting good. I don't know.
So, yeah, Toastrider finally... Heisenberger crawling on the blue coin switch! Busting out some insane dance moves in the process, but gonna have to get these blue coins before they disappear. Kind of cutting the routine short. Toastrider's got top of the mountain, top of the huge island on top of the mountain. That's TTM. Probably gonna go for the mountain clip. Is that too... Oh, yeah, I was wondering. That might be too far to the left. He got caught in the water.
Puncation, apparently with the confirmation that Toast is 100% watching the movie right now. You don't get a mid-49, then go to this.
You know, Puncation... Oh,
Toastrider!
You know,
oh
maybe watching a particularly investing scene, you know, thought he could just muscle memory his way in the castle movement, but turns out no, you kind of have to look where you're going. You can't just spam camera buttons and hold a random angle. I wonder if Toast actually is watching a movie. He's just really watching the movie here. I can see it through his screen that he's watching a movie and not really caring about the castle movement. He's like, oh crap, I bonked on the TTM painting. Oh, I bonked on the THI exit. Oh, okay. Toastrider probably watching his CRT a little bit, at least for this star. And going for skill of the mountain first, Toastrider gonna be causing himself more lag, just like in Womps. Really weird that he wouldn't even care.
He just got to direct his eyes to the movie like as quick as possible. I mean, he just can't even worry about the lag right now.
There's a message in the chat.
Ooh.
I'm not sure I should approve. Oh, Tom with the
Good
backup.
backup.
I mean, Toast Rider. Keep saying Tama again. Wow. I was just saying, there's a. Tama deleted it. You're saying it was a message saying Toast Rider had, you know, maybe like his girlfriend was in the room and a little bit extra. So probably not safe for the stream. There you go, Toast Rider coming up for Breezeless.
And
Not good, almost had it. You could see the ground pound kind of clipping, but Mario's did not have his like center of gravity over the spot. Ooh, did not even turn around for the reverse kick. Kind of nutty. Still pretty far ahead of Heisenburger though. You know.
So it's really hard to tell how much ground Heisen has made up here. Toast is going for Hazy Maze Cave late, so he will lose a bit of time to castle movement, whereas it looks like Heisen's still behind star count-wise. I'm not sure if he's still actually behind, and if so, I don't know how much. But
yeah, Heisenberg chipping up on secrets as well. I think for the record, like HMC, like overall is gonna be a little bit slower than like the stars in SL, and like so it's not quite as big as it looks, but it's not that much different.
it's not that much. I think Hazy Maze Cave is like just over 3 minutes, but Snowman's Land with Reds I think is like 2.5 on well. So
oh, true. Yeah, actually, I take that back. I actually told Simply I was gonna figure out like all of the timing differences for the HMC late route, so I could actually tell like how far apart people are.
that's a rough estimate. I'm
through with
comparing
that
against
yet.
what I get, so I'm not sure how these players are going to go. So like it's a rough estimate, but still significant.
Yeah. I'll just wait till they get up to Tippy, because I'm pretty sure my original statement was
Toast
wrong.
with a little
Toast
bit of a
Rider.
slide. Another slide.
Slider is when you slider with Mao, but Toast Rider, you know, maybe sliding into some spin gifs. Let's see. I think it's like remove blocked term, Tama. Something along those lines. And Toast Rider wrapping up Tall Mountain. It wasn't that bad of a stage actually. He was pretty decent at it, but you know, not perfect. Probably lost a good amount of time in castle movement. Kinda hate to see that one. Oh wait, I was watching the
I was about to say
for a second there.
I'm not quite sure what you meant by that because you said Toast Rider, but then you said Tall Mountain. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Heisenberg is, you know, almost done with Tall Mountain, I think. No, he just started. Okay, so commentator, head in the clouds. I don't know what I'm even thinking right now.
Commentator himself a little bit distracted, not even watching a movie. It's tough grind out here as a commentator. Yeah, this gameplay is the movie. This is gonna be in theaters someday. We're gonna get to that level. We just
Cartoon was the one who actually commentated the last match. I come in here as if I've been working like a 10-hour commentary marathon or something like that. Words all slurring together, unable to produce a coherent thought or even look at the correct screen. But you know what? You always gotta get better. And you know, I'm just more making fun of myself at this point. Toastrider taking the right door, a bit unoptimal from him as well. Heisenberger coming up to together the mountain, not gonna grab the ledge. Gonna waste a little bit more time. Toastrider finally getting a good MIPS.
So Heisen still needs 2 more stars in Tall Mountain. I'm sure he's still behind, but I'm sure it's by a lot less than earlier. But it's looking like he's still a little bit behind. But you never know with Tippy, especially if you're distracted. I mean, a lot of mistakes can happen.
Yeah. Heisenberger taking care of TTM Reds. It looked a bit sketchy. You know, you can fall pretty easily on those scary rooms. But managing to take care of the coin maze pretty effectively. Box jump for toastrider as well. Another hard strat.
Ooh, misses it.
Able to recover with the wall kick.
I almost
what actually happened
for a second. He was pretty far forward.
Oh yeah, that's true. He had a ton of speed.
Able to avoid the death barrier.
What happened with me getting the commentary completely wrong was Tom was asking like, how do I do like this moderator command? So I like clicked back on the Twitch window because I was gonna type in chat, and then I just thought that the Twitch feed was actually what I was watching because I only have one monitor. So that's what happened. Probably could use a dual monitor setup, but I don't really have the space for it anyway.
Yeah, I think I could probably use dual monitor now. Dual monitor's weird because it actually makes your computer run a little bit slower. Like, at least it like takes more. Is it RAM? I don't know if it's RAM or if it's graphics processing. It takes some more processing, so it can make it run slower. So it's tough, but
yeah, makes sense.
I used to when I ran ROM hacks, like my game would lag, and I wasn't sure why. And I finally figured out it was the monitor. I was like really mad when that happened.
So did you just get a new monitor, or was it something with the computer?
No, it's because I had a triple monitor setup, and I didn't know that was why it was lagging. Yeah, so I turned the two of them off, and it just ran perfectly. I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. Okay.
That's pretty hilarious. Okay, so Heisenburger gonna be. Let's see, is he going for SL Reds on this one?
Oh, Heisenburger with the ledge grab on the slope, falling into the water.
Steve O'Boyle come out in the chat. The legend himself. You know, I love Benny. So I'm sure Steve loves Benny too, but Steve also loves speedrunning.
toastrider still has a very sizable lead, actually. He's got a 4-star lead going into Tippy. That's definitely not what I expected initially.
Yeah, come up to Tippy now. You know, if you guys want to see some live speedrunning action, the first ever live competitive speedrunning event is Pace, hosted by GSA, going to be going on in late April. Steve, dropping some hot info in the chat. You know, you're always welcome to attend, and we'll be streaming like the entirety of the event on twitch.tv/speedrun right here. So definitely check all that stuff out. It's a big event that I know the GSA guys have been working for like almost like the last year, but pretty much the entirety of the stuff they've been doing has been leading up to this event. So definitely don't want to miss it. Can't wait. Check them out.
Yeah, this is a very hype. Oh no, you can go first.
I was just say hashtag get Tama to Pace 2019. That's all.
I was gonna say Pace. This is a very exciting moment for GSA. I can definitely say like when I saw GSA like a couple years ago, I didn't think it was that big of a thing. I didn't expect it to grow to this level, but it's really cool the way this this event and community has gone. So, you know, it's really cool.
Couldn't agree more.
I also think 2 years ago I didn't expect to be a part of this community because I was still playing ROM hacks back then. Very interesting change.
Were you speedrunning ROM hacks or just doing it for fun?
I did both. I think I pretty much only speedran Mario 74 Extreme Edition because it was like the coolest one in my opinion. Maybe a little bit biased, but I think ROM hacks like they go under the radar. They're like the challenges. It's not about going fast. It's about doing these really difficult manipulations of the game. Just trying to not die with doing like really precise like triple jump, wall kicks, everything. Even like stuff that like isn't in Mario 64. Like you can ledge grab on quicksand, and you have frames to jump off of it. Like you would have never known that if not for ROM hacks, because there's nowhere to ledge grab quicksand in this game. Like you don't necessarily instantly die though. There's just so much that can be learned about the game through ROM hacks.
For sure. That sounds quite extreme, in fact. You know, in the meantime, Toast actually had a pretty good rainbow ride. You know, nailing lack 2 bounce, nailing tricky triangles. Heisenburger also nailing lack 2 bounce. So, you know, maybe some redemption for him up here in Tippy. And maybe Toast Rider's movie ended.
Maybe. Or maybe it's a slow scene.
Can we get a hashtag? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I already said it. You can go on.
Oh. I would say hashtag it Wilco to Pace 2019. You know, a lot of support coming out in the chat, but Wilco said he, you know, can't really afford going to Pace at the moment, so it would be awesome to see him there. Acquire the finances in order to facilitate Tom's attendance at Pace 2019. I love that hashtag. You know, we should hire you, dude. That's some great work. Laris says he might just bum a room and show up last minute. You know, not being too proactive, but just trying to get like the cheapest possible Pace attendance, I guess, that you could find.
Toast not making any big mistakes yet, but fumbling around a little bit, trying to get up this clock. A little bit of failed wall kicks and such, but nothing too catastrophic.
Yeah, really good. Pity coming out with that Taco Bell. You know, I'm sure if we could get a Taco Bell sponsorship, we could take everybody to Pace. So, if anyone's watching, please hit us up.
I think we need Taco Bell to sponsor Pace.
Imagine that.
Pace is big enough. We could do it.
By Taco Bell.
We could do it. I think we can. We just gotta show them all these clips of us giving them free advertising. They would love it.
I think that's a great idea. Futon with a 5,000 million IQ play to get Taco Bell sponsoring Pace. Not gonna lie, I think actually in a couple of years that could really be possible. Like a lot of more mainstream esports have like food sponsorships, so it's not unheard of.
It would be pretty great to get Pace sponsored by Toast as well.
So Heisenberger on his TikTok clock 100 coin, you know, pretty far behind Toast Rider. He hasn't been able to make up much time over the course of the run, but you know, when you die in Dark World and get like a save and quit, there's not much you can do without hoping for the other player.
Oh no!
Oh no! That last one barely fell. Alright, he's gonna have to do a backup here.
Yeah, doing a little bit of a safer backup. Yeah, he did. It almost looked like he stood there for a moment, wondering if he should go for the harder backup, and then just decided, all right, I'm just gonna play it safe. So that's respectable in his position.
Alright, so we got Toast Rider only needs 2 more stars in TikTok clock here. 10 jumps on moving bars. Going for the double jump, ledge jump skip so fast, Toast Rider. He's a nut. Busting out the moves. Oh, firsty wall kick, incredible. But actually the angle was a bit too sharp. Hit the side of the cage.
Yeah, I feel like Toast's movie definitely ended by now. It has to have. He's been playing so well in TikTok clock.
I guess so.
It's looking like he could still get a 50, at least some sort of 50, which is not bad by any means.
You know, I always wonder, like, when we was talking about like Burger King over Taco Bell, getting deleted by Pity, very defensive of his fast food of choice. I wonder if they have like Taco Bells in Europe and stuff, like wherever you go, like, do people actually want to get Taco Bell? You know, if you're halfway around the world, maybe you do. Who knows?
You know, I wouldn't say Taco Bell's my fast food of choice, but maybe that's biased because I work with fast food. But I don't know.
It's fair enough.
But it is always a good one. You know, never disappointed by a Taco Bell meal.
Just trying to having slip up here on the triple jump dive. a ground pound as well, almost dying here in the gap. Like, he was very close to falling down. Like, despite all this has happened, he's still on a good, like, 50 pace, which is kind of funny. Like, we've talked about all these mistakes toastrider's made, but he's actually put together a really great late game if he can get this moving right side super jump walking, which he does.
Oh, and he misses the
but he's fallen
platforms. I was about to say, if
Wow.
he beats my personal best with this run, I would just feel really bad about myself, but it's looking like I won't have to do that right now.
It really is like, you can have like all these things that you can point out. It's like, well, that was bad, but if they're all only like 5 seconds and you never died and lost a minute, you know.
That's true, and that's what set apart Toast from Heisen this run. Heisen's had a lot more of the bigger mistakes, even though, I mean, generally it's not a lot of mistakes that he's having, but it's like his mistakes have cost him more time. Oh, I wasn't sure
barely
if
getting that first
was
throw.
gonna hit. That was really close.
Second one, Toast really testing the hitboxes here on the Bowser.
Of all the ones, I thought that one was dead center.
Oh my goodness.
Still getting a 50 though. GG's to Toast.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What a run.
That was a crazy race. And honestly, Heisenburger can still get a 52.
Yeah.
And like, it really is just the Dark World death and save and quit. Otherwise, this could have been really close. So let's see if he can pull off good bits. No, it's all about the points you can get now. Okay, pretty good triple jump dive. Aggressive angle as well. Like, you probably almost get Manima with this. No, though.
When is Commentator going to quit his job to do full-time GSA commentary? If GSA would pay me enough, you know, every man has his price. So, get on that, GSA.
I actually work at a gym, and I decided I'm actually gonna step down for a little while. I'm trying to play more Mario and still do well in college. So, hello, toastrider. You know, I love Benny. Congrats on the win.
Same.
I think the question that's on everyone's mind was, what was the movie you were watching this race?
I wasn't watching anything at all. I was trying to not look at the race or my timer, which is why it looked like it froze at the beginning. I minimized it. And I was trying to see if maybe I'd play a bit more focused. I'm not sure if that really worked out. I did some questionable things.
Yeah, and that's what we saw throughout. You did a lot of interesting mistakes, but honestly, most of the mistakes you made didn't lose a ton of time. They were just maybe not the sort of mistakes you'd expect to see.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, there's one thing well, at the start, I was trying to find the setting in live split that lets me like not have it on top of other applications, so I didn't have to look at it. So that's why you might have seen me do tower like second and then like fucked up. Mess up every other star because of the lag. And yeah. I don't know. Well, I'll try it again next time.
Heisen missing the big star at the end. Still a 52. GG's to Heisen as well, and we have him here in the call. How you feeling, man?
I'm honestly not happy about that race, but I went into this race with a goal of beating my last one where I died on bomb clip, and I did that by, I think, 13 seconds. So I squeaked it out. But yeah.
It really does stink that you died in Dark World and then also had to save and quit. You know, like, if it weren't for that, you could have been fairly close and upstairs.
Yeah, it seems my big problem is the early game. I make like a gigantic mistake and then it just changes my mindset for like the whole run. So if I could just get a clean start, I feel like I might actually close out a good run in a race.
For sure, the beginning is definitely a true test, and it's hard to get in the right mindset of you know, wanting to keep going and go as fast as possible after like some huge mistake. It's easy to have that like reset mentality and just like not be able to break it.
That's why I was trying to hide my timer. Thought I might be able to not have the bad run mentality where I don't want to play anymore. And maybe I did to some extent, but like, yeah, it definitely messed me up at the beginning because I was like not paying enough attention to the game, so it might have not helped me because of that. But
Well,
yeah,
at the end of the day, it definitely did seem to help enough, as you did pull out the win, Toast. So GG to that. And
yeah, thanks.
I have another question for Toast, if you don't mind. So, how much, like, are you still not able to play too much?
Not really, no. I tried to do like pretty much just like derust stars, and obviously I need to do more like what am I thinking? One try world triple jump wall kicks. I messed it up both races. I'm really shaky at that. I like I didn't really practice that at all. So I'll definitely like do stuff like that, I guess. But I'd like to do more no resets in races if I can, I suppose. I think that's good for consistency and de-resting.
Totally.
well, you've got one every week. That is the joy of this GSA event,
That's something. It's not quite
And
enough to stay
honestly,
de-rested, I feel like, though.
for sure.
anything else from Heisen, you know? Anything good or bad you want to say?
Uh, Not really. I just I hope by the end of the league I at least clutch out like a low 50, maybe even a few of them, because it feels bad getting like 53s and 52s in D1. I feel like that's not D1 caliber, but I think as the league goes on, I'm going to get more and more comfortable doing races and stuff. So I really, really hope to improve after this one. But yeah, that's just kind of my closing thoughts on the race and the league so far.
Yeah, don't feel bad about that, Heisen. I still pull out like 54s and 53s in D2, so you're still better than me, and quite possibly like a large chunk, if not all, of the Division 2 runners.
Mhm.
So still a noble effort. You know, some silly mistakes that can be cleaned up, and always room for more improvement. This is a long league, so
Yeah, on that Dark World death, I swear I was holding back the whole time to do a kick. It must have been my camera angle or something. Like what I thought was back must not have actually been back. So I got that dive. That just kind of crushed this race, to be honest.
Yeah, the Dark World deaths are really just
Yeah, it's right at the end too,
sad.
like right before the second to last red.
Just a huge time loss.
Yep, but GG's Toast. Thanks for having me, GSA, and look forward to my next race.
yeah, GG's to both runners. Good luck the rest of the way in your tournament. I believe this was the last race of the night for GSA, so stick around. There's going to be exciting stuff. I think tomorrow. I'm not sure how the GSA schedule is, but it's pretty much always
There's
busy.
a ton of
So
stuff tomorrow.
yeah, stick around for that. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys are amazing.